Section 3, Greek learning. Note-taking study guide, page 188. The question is, what were the lasting contribution of Greek thinkers? So, what was the impact, the contribution of many of these really famous Greek learners that impact our world today? Greek learning, there was philosophy concerns, questions about the nature of the universe, what is real, what is true. Reason is the power to think in a clear manner, and logic is a step-by-step method of thinking through a problem or question. So let's go through a bunch of leading figures. First, in philosophy, Socrates. Socrates came up with the Socratic methods to question people to make them think clearly. So the teacher asks a question, the pupil gives an answer, the teacher asks another question, the pupil gives an answer, and so help them think through problems. And Socrates spent a lot of time questioning accepted beliefs, and I think he was eventually executed for those questions. Plato was a student of Socrates, and he wrote down all of Socrates' ideas, and he founded the Academy, and this was a place where people could come and learn. In history, we have Herodotus. He was the first person to examine historical events critically. He wrote a famous historical book called The Histories. And Thucydides, he did research at battle sites. He actually went to the battle sites right after they happened, collected research rather than just hearing tales about it. He actually went and looked at the evidence. And he wrote a book on the Peloponnesian War. That was a war between Sparta and Athens. In natural sciences, Thales of Miletus, he inspired others to figure out what all things are made of. He was actually wrong in his beliefs, but it made people start questioning what are things made of. Democritus, he said the universe was made of tiny particles. He didn't know what those particles were called, but we call them atoms. Aristotle, he was hugely influential. He collected and analyzed data about the natural world. He studied math and logic. He wrote about government, poetry, politics, drama. In math, you have a couple, Pythagoras, which he developed the Pythagorean theorem, a very important mathematical theorem. Another person is Euclid. He wrote the Elements. This is the basis of geometry today. And medicine. Finally, you have Hippocrates, okay, and he wrote a medical book and ran a medical school, and he diagnosed people by asking questions, observing symptoms, much like your doctor today. You go to the doctor today, the doctor will ask questions and observe your symptoms. And he wrote the Hippocratic Oath, and so if you're a doctor today, you need to take that Hippocratic Oath to do no harm and things like that. So, very influential.